Bueno, primeramente quiero darle las gracias a
Well, first of all, thank you all the organizer of this event. Taking into consideration that Douglas, Farah, Castro, Ocando, and Uga spoke before me, presenting these models of democracy linked to transnational crime, I'm going to dive and to address the topic, which is a concern to all of us, the organized crime. How does the process start, and what are the key elements that the transnational organized crime uses in order to take over the political power, not with coup d'etat, but through financing mechanisms for elections campaign? Unfortunately enough, for states and governments that are facing this and this challenge, and to see and realize these financing systems of election campaigns, it's very difficult for them to prosecute those candidates to presidency or to senator, Congress, city halls, or governments, state governments, because entrepreneurs or businessmen or women, they don't have a lot of money. We are speaking about economic crisis because of the pandemic and because of the economic crisis hitting many economies in the region. So it's very tempting for these people to receive money from organized crime in order to pay for their campaigns. Is there a capability of supervising this? No. We have seen this in recent cases, but also in older cases. As a journalist, has been able to cover high-profile trials such as Chapo Guzman or Badia or Honduran President's brother Tony Hernandez trial. In those trials, we have been able to determine with evidence that not only the prosecutors, but also juries in Houston, New York, and Member, they have had access to those people. Organized crime has a parallel structure to locate politicians, to neutralize them with money, and also to pay them so that they make it to governments. We had a meeting in New York, and we have seen that the Sinaloa cartel, the cartel of disease, and others pay directly using financing mechanisms that are very clear because they are a criminal company. And they pay to those new head of states or, for example, congressmen and women in Central America. We should remind that organized crime does not have ideology. They pay to the left wing, to the right wing, and especially at this point in time with the economic crisis, governments and states are making important decisions, and organized crime is using those vulnerabilities to enter, to penetrate, to make decisions, to pay for lobbies, to impose laws and resolutions or decrees, and also to manipulate. Many politicians do not realize or are part of their weaknesses. You could investigate a politician that receives financing, hitting or not from the organized crime. Well, that's a weakness of democracy today. They don't do that. They don't do that because this could lead to some actions putting in danger the life and the will of many. I just wanted to wrap up, and now taking advantage of the attendance of Lenin Moreno. One of the most important challenges of democracy is to preserve and to face organized crime, is to investigate and to produce real results and to prosecute those candidates to presidency or to any public position that receives financing from the international organized crime. We have the case, we are expecting results in Ecuador. It was accused that Andrés Areos received a financing from the organized crime Colombian organizations, and we found out and we have evidence that there is a data that was provided to the Ecuador government. So we are expecting those results, and it's very good that President is today with us so that he finds out that the we have this process in place, and we should prosecute those candidates that use money from the organized crime to reach the power. Thank you so much.